For years, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have been Hollywood's golden couple, charming, witty, and seemingly untouchable. But what if their perfect image is just a carefully crafted illusion? A $400 million lawsuit, shocking accusations, and whispers from Hollywood insiders suggest their spotless reputation might be built on manipulation. Have Ryan and Blake been controlling the narrative to stay on top? And could this latest scandal finally expose the truth behind their picture-perfect facade? Let's dive in. The carefully built fairy tale, a perfect image? From the outside, Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively seem to have it all. A thriving marriage, wildly successful careers, and an almost fairy tale-like bond that made them one of Hollywood's most adored couples. Fans saw them as the ideal husband and wife, often exchanging witty jabs on social media, making playful red carpet appearances, and supporting each other's professional ventures. Whether it was Ryan cracking jokes about Blake's cooking or Blake poking fun at Ryan's superhero roles, the world couldn't get enough of their dynamic. Their relationship became a brand of its own, a shining example of a celebrity marriage that actually seemed to work. But in an industry where image is everything, was this picture-perfect love story just another Hollywood illusion? For years, rumors swirled behind the scenes, suggesting that Ryan and Blake's carefully maintained public image was more than just authentic chemistry. It was a calculated effort to control the narrative around their personal and professional lives. While many couples in the spotlight have their fair share of drama, Ryan and Blake always seem to dodge any negative press, painting a flawless portrayal of their love story. Even when they made controversial moves, like buying a former slave plantation as their wedding venue, they somehow managed to spin the situation in their favor, with well-timed apologies and carefully worded statements. The power of their PR strategy became even more evident when comparing them to other Hollywood couples. Unlike Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, who constantly find themselves in the tabloids, or Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, whose divorce turned into a media circus, Ryan and Blake appeared untouchable. But could it be that their ability to escape controversy was not just luck, but a deliberate strategy? Industry insiders have whispered that the couple is highly calculated when it comes to shaping their public persona, ensuring that only the most flattering narratives reach the public. Some claim they use humor as a shield, dismissing any potential backlash with a well-placed joke. But as we've seen time and time again in Hollywood, no one can control the narrative forever. And now, with a $400 million lawsuit and growing accusations of manipulation, their once flawless image is beginning to crack. The Justin Baldoni scandal, the accusations that started it all. The first major blow to Ryan and Blake's untouchable reputation came from an unexpected source, a high-profile legal battle that no one saw coming. It all started when Blake Lively publicly accused actor and director Justin Baldoni of harassment on the set of their film It Ends With Us. The claims were shocking, given Baldoni's reputation as one of Hollywood's more respected and well-liked figures. At first, many believed Blake without hesitation, as she had spent years building a reputation as a down-to-earth, trustworthy celebrity. Social media erupted with support, and headlines painted Baldoni as the villain. But then, the story took a shocking turn. Instead of fading into the background and quietly settling the dispute, as many in Hollywood often do, Baldoni fought back in a way that no one expected. He hit Blake and Ryan with a massive $400 million lawsuit, alleging that the accusations were not only false, but strategically planned to sabotage his career and allow Blake and Ryan to seize control of the film's creative direction. According to Baldoni, the couple manipulated the situation to remove him from the project entirely, ensuring that they could dictate the film's narrative in their favor. As the lawsuit unfolded, more disturbing details began to emerge. Baldoni's legal team presented damning evidence, including internal communications that seemed to suggest Blake and Ryan were actively working behind the scenes to discredit him and sway public perception. Some messages allegedly revealed that Ryan had been pulling strings to blacklist Baldoni from future projects, using his Hollywood influence to make sure that Baldoni's career would never recover from the scandal. Suddenly, the public perception of the situation shifted. Was Blake truly a victim? Or had she and Ryan played a dangerous PR game to serve their own interests? The scandal only intensified as more industry insiders came forward, claiming that this wasn't the first time Ryan and Blake had engaged in manipulative tactics to maintain their Hollywood dominance. If the accusations against them were true, this lawsuit wouldn't just be about money. It would be the key to exposing one of Hollywood's most carefully curated illusions. Ryan and Blake's PR tactics, have they been controlling the narrative? For years, Ryan and Blake have been praised for their ability to dodge scandals. But what if this wasn't just luck? What if they had mastered the art of narrative control, ensuring that they always came out on top? Insiders have alleged that the couple has a history of carefully manipulating media coverage, using their charm and humor to deflect from real controversies. This raises the question, how much of what we see is genuine, and how much is just expert-level damage control? One strategy that has been pointed out repeatedly is their use of humor as a shield. Whenever negative press arises, Ryan is quick to diffuse the situation with a self-deprecating joke or an unexpected social media post. By doing so, he shifts the public's focus away from the actual controversy and onto something lighthearted. It's a tactic that has worked wonders for him, allowing him to maintain a spotless reputation even in the face of questionable business decisions and career moves. Blake, on the other hand, is known for her ability to reframe narratives. Whether it's distancing herself from past controversies or making strategic public appearances, she has mastered the art of controlling public perception. The fact that the media has always favored her image as the sweet and stylish actress raises eyebrows. Could it be that she, along with Ryan, has learned how to engineer public opinion to their advantage? But the cracks in this strategy are starting to show. With the Justin Baldoni lawsuit, the couple's ability to spin the media in their favor is being put to the test. For the first time, people are questioning whether their so-called perfect couple persona is a carefully manufactured illusion. If the claims against them hold any weight, it would mean that Ryan and Blake's biggest talent isn't acting or filmmaking, it's manipulation at the highest level. Ryan's Hollywood reputation, charming in public, controlling behind the scenes. Ryan Reynolds has built his career on a reputation of being Hollywood's funniest, most likable guy. From his quick-witted humor in interviews to his effortlessly charming social media presence, he's positioned himself as the relatable movie star, someone who doesn't take fame too seriously. But behind the scenes, a very different picture is emerging. As more actors, directors, and former colleagues speak out, the narrative of Ryan being Hollywood's Mr. Nice Guy is beginning to crumble. One of the most damning allegations comes from actor T.J. Miller, who co-starred alongside Ryan in Deadpool. Miller, who played the comic relief character Weasel, has openly stated that Ryan was insufferable on set and deliberately tried to humiliate him. In an interview, Miller claimed that Ryan went out of his way to make him feel small, and that his humor wasn't just playful, it was calculated and cruel. Miller even went as far as to say that he would never work with Ryan again, no matter how much money was involved. But Miller isn't the only one who had a negative experience working with Ryan. Deadpool director Tim Miller also walked away from the franchise before the second film was made. At first, people assumed it was just creative differences, but insiders suggest it was much deeper than that. Allegedly, Ryan wanted complete creative control over the sequel, shutting down anyone who disagreed with him. Tim Miller, rather than fight a losing battle, simply walked away, leaving many to wonder just how difficult Ryan is behind closed doors. And then there's actress Rebecca Ferguson, who hinted at having an incredibly toxic experience with a co-star, but refused to name names. Fans immediately began speculating, narrowing down the possible culprits based on her past projects. Given that it wasn't Tom Cruise or Hugh Jackman, all signs seem to point toward Ryan Reynolds. Could it be that Ryan has spent years hiding behind a carefully curated public persona, while his real personality is far more controlling and difficult than he lets on? Ryan's pattern of burned bridges continues with his former friend and co-star Jake Gyllenhaal. At one point, the two seemed inseparable, frequently appearing in interviews together and sharing their bromance with the world. But suddenly, their public friendship vanished without explanation. While neither has commented on the fallout, Hollywood insiders suggest that Ryan's ego and control issues may have played a role in their If these stories are true, then Ryan isn't the laid-back, easygoing guy we see on screen. He's someone who demands control and power, cutting off anyone who doesn't fit into his narrative. And if the Justin Baldoni lawsuit has shown us anything, it's that Ryan and Blake will go to great lengths to protect their reputation. They're Hollywood power games turned friends turned rivals? Ryan and Blake's ability to control their Hollywood image isn't just about dodging bad press. It's about maintaining power. And over the years, they've reportedly stepped on several people to stay at the top. One of the most bizarre incidents surrounding Ryan's Hollywood relationships was his falling out with Morena Baccarin, his former Deadpool co-star. In the first Deadpool film, Baccarin played Ryan's love interest, Vanessa. Fans loved her, and she was expected to have an even bigger role in the sequel. But when Deadpool 2 came around, something strange happened. Her screen time was drastically reduced, and she was barely included in the movie's promotion. Many fans speculated that this was no coincidence. Some suggested that Ryan was the reason behind her reduced role, using his influence to push her out of the spotlight. While there's no concrete proof, Hollywood is notorious for these kinds of behind-the-scenes power moves, and Ryan allegedly had full creative control over Deadpool 2. Could it be that Morena had done something to fall out of favor with Ryan, leading to her subtle removal from the franchise? Another Hollywood figure who has been openly critical of Ryan is Gerard Butler. When Butler's film Gamer was compared to Ryan's Free Guy, Butler scoffed, saying that he doesn't even watch Ryan's movies. It was a direct jab at Ryan's career, suggesting that his films are shallow and forgettable. This, paired with criticism from directors like Quentin Tarantino and Chris Columbus, raises the question, does Hollywood actually respect Ryan Reynolds? Or has he simply managed to stay relevant through smart PR and business decisions? Meanwhile, Blake Lively's role in Hollywood has been equally curious. Unlike Ryan, she hasn't built her career on comedy or blockbuster franchises. Yet she has maintained A-list status despite not having a long list of critically acclaimed roles. How has she done it? Some believe Blake has played the Hollywood social game perfectly, aligning herself with the right people and staying just outside of controversy. Until now. With the Justin Baldoni lawsuit bringing their alleged tactics to light, both Ryan and Blake are facing one of the biggest tests of their careers. Will they be able to talk their way out of it like they have in the past? Or is this the moment when the industry finally turns against them? The verdict: is this the beginning of their downfall? Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively have spent years carefully crafting their public image, dodging scandals, and maintaining their status as Hollywood's golden couple. But now, for the first time, their reputation is on the line. The $400 million lawsuit filed by Justin Baldoni has opened a Pandora's box of allegations, with more and more voices coming forward to share negative experiences with the couple. What makes this different from past celebrity scandals is that Ryan and Blake's brand is built on being likable. Unlike other Hollywood power players, they don't rely on drama or controversy to stay relevant. They've built their empire on charm, humor, and the illusion of being relatable. If that illusion is shattered, what happens next? Their attempt to laugh off the scandal on Saturday Night Live only made things worse, with many accusing them of being tone-deaf and dismissing serious allegations with jokes. Instead of diffusing the situation, it fueled speculation that they have something to hide. Fans who once adored them are now questioning everything. Was their marriage always this perfect? Did they manipulate situations behind the scenes to maintain their power? And most importantly, if they've been controlling the narrative all along, what else have they been hiding? At this point, Ryan and Blake have two choices: face the controversy head-on and prove their innocence, or continue using PR tactics to dodge the fallout. But with more insiders speaking up, it's becoming harder and harder to keep the truth buried. So the real question is this the beginning of the end for Hollywood's golden couple? Or will they find a way to spin this scandal in their favor once again?